Hey guys, it's Dustin with Aquaventure Boat Club here in Lake Norman. Thank you so much for taking the time to view our brief video on the introduction to the brand new AXIS T235 surf boats. We're going to highlight some of the really cool features that we have, also kind of differentiate them between the old heyday surf boats that we're using. Now, after I show you a couple of things, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Derek. He is going to be our AXIS representative that can really go in and give us an in-depth tour of what we're doing with the surf systems. One of the features I know the members are really going to love about the new AXIS T235 is that they do have Malibu's surf gate. And this is going to be controlled from inside at the helm, so there's no longer a need to put any sort of external wedge on the side of the boat. And you can also flip your wave from the left side of the boat to the right side of the boat with the push of a button. In addition to having the surf gate, you also have the power wedge, which is going to be able to add additional weight and ballast to the boat with the use of a hydraulic wedge that is going to force that wave up higher too. All right, let's go ahead and hop inside the AXIS surf boat and take a look around. It's important to note that there's no way to get into the boat without stepping on the seats, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove my shoes. We do ask you to do that too, just to keep everything looking good. What I like to do is just to put a foot right up here on the gunnel. You're gonna be able to step in like this onto the sea deck platform, and then just watch your step as you come over this rear-facing seat. When you're looking for storage spaces on the AXIS, there are a lot of different storage compartments located underneath the seats. It's important to note though the way that they open, because they are going to flip in different directions and you want to make sure you don't accidentally pull them off of the hinges. That does happen sometimes. Looking underneath the seat here, usually we're used to seats opening towards the outside of the boat, but this is actually going to flip up like this. Whereas this one is going to flip backwards like this. So please just make a note of where that seat hinge is and we don't accidentally rip the seat off of the hinges. All right, so a misconception about this is that there's a lot of storage underneath the rear sun pad. This is actually not going to be a storage space back here. This is going to be an area for our fat sacks, for all of the weighted ballast. But this plastic tray right here is going to be awesome to put your life jackets on or towels if you want to keep those warm, because they'll be warmed inside of that engine bay. With our new AXIS surf boats, we did opt for the larger bimini top. This is going to give you shade for almost the entire seating area of the boat. And one thing I do really like about it is it has the integrated board storage. So whenever you need to grab a surfboard, you're just going to come up onto the sea deck platform right here. There's going to be a strap that you'll unbuckle, unvelcro, and you can take your surfboard out right there. It makes it nice and easy. Another really cool feature about the bimini top is that it does have that same integrated storage for the tow line. So to access your tow line, you're just gonna unzip the pouch right up here. And that line should already be connected up here to the tow spot on your wake tower. We have some members that will actually hook these tow lines up and run over the back of the bimini top. That's not the way these are supposed to run. What that does is it puts a lot of pressure on the bimini top and it will tear it. So please make sure that if you do have to hook up the tow line, if it's not already done for you, that it runs underneath the bimini and back to your surfer or your wakeboarder. Okay, we'll go ahead and go over some of the differences here at the helm, your radio controls, GPS controls, throttle and everything like that. So our steering wheel is going to be adjustable. All we need to do is push in on this black tab, and then we'll be able to rotate this steering wheel up and down so that it's going to be comfortable for you. Starting this boat is definitely going to be a little bit different than you're familiar with on the heyday surf boats. We're gonna make sure that our key is in the ignition. Right down here, we're going to access our battery terminal switch, and we're going to rotate our battery switch all the way down to 1 and 2. From there, we have a power button that we're going to push in. If you'll notice, I don't know if you can hear that on camera or not, or if you see the indicator light, but it automatically turns on the blower motor for us. So it's a fail-proof there. I really like that. It'll come up with a little bit of a disclaimer here saying that you've read all of your instruction manuals or you've been given proper instruction. We're gonna go ahead and click OK on the screen. From there, to start the boat, we're going to go ahead and just push the little start-stop button. It's going to come up with a screen on the display for us, and you'll enter a passcode that your Aquaventure representative is going to give to you. After we enter our passcode, we're given green lights that indicate it's safe to go ahead and start the boat. It will crank up just like that. In order to stop the boat, we're just going to push that button one more time. So our shift lever on this boat is going to be just a little bit different than you may be accustomed to. What you're going to do is actually pull up on this little collar with your fingers, and you'll be able to engage the boat into gear like that. When we pull back to neutral, just like all others, we're going to pull back, it's going to click back into place, and it will lock into neutral. Okay guys, we're going to go ahead and talk about stereo operation. I know that's probably the most important thing that we need to cover. These stereos are really nice, very user-friendly, not nearly as difficult to pair your Bluetooth device to as a lot of our other boats are. So we're just going to push the power button to bring up power to the unit. And we'll see the screen illuminate. To pair our phone, we're going to push menu, and it's going to come up with Bluetooth settings, disconnect and connect. What we'll do is we're going to rotate our volume control to connect and push in on it, and it will begin the pairing process. At that time, what we're going to be doing is looking on our device, and what we're looking for is going to be MBB Viper 500 BT. And we are connected. If you would like to change your source for music, you can just cycle through right here. There's AM, FM, and bringing it back down to Bluetooth, which is by far the most popular. Now, once you've got that selected, you can actually store your phone right in here. This is going to be like a tight fitting spot that's going to keep your phone snug and keep it safe. I'd like to go ahead and show where the depth finder is located on this. The Garmin unit, we have the depth is going to be right down here, and right now we are in our surfing mode, which is going to show us where the water is in our ballast tanks. If we cycle over to show what's going on with our lighting, seat lights, everything like that, we still have our depth right down here. We can come over to our control gauge, and it's going to show our lake temperature. But if we'll look up top, we have that depth finder again. So no matter what screen we go into, it is going to have that depth finder pulled up for us. Another one of the features I'm really excited about on this boat that we've opted it with is going to be the heaters. So if you're out surfing on a day and it's not really quite warm enough for you once you get out of the water, we do have the heater function right here that you can turn on heat. It's going to bring it from that engine compartment, and then you can pull out heater vents, and you can pipe those straight into your wetsuit, into your towel, anything that you like, and it's going to be providing you with quite a bit of heat. So I know you guys will love that.
Hey guys, I'm Derek from Lake Nora Marina. I run the pro shop here and do a little bit of the towboats as well. I'm going to give you a brief overview of this new AXIS T235. All right, we're going to go ahead and set up surfing on the left side. We're going to show you how to do that on the screen here, and we'll get you all set. So you're going to want to go to the boat button here. It's going to bring up your bags on the left, your wedge on the right, and then you got your gates up top. You got speed in the middle. We'll take that off. So the easiest thing is to hit the select preset. You go to surf left, and then hit load, and that's going to do all the work for you. You can see your bags are already filling. It already set your speed to 10.8. The wedge is on 3, and it's activated the surf left on the gates. If you want to fine tune your wave from there, say you like surfing at a higher speed or you want a little bit taller wake, you can make manual adjustments here on the wedge or on the speed just by hitting plus or minus. It is that simple. So if you want to go back to the presets from here, you can just hit the surf left again, because that's the mode we're in right now. You could switch it over to surf right and hit load, and it's going to do all that for you. If you want to switch from right to left, it's as simple as hitting that. That's going to change your gates over, and the wave's going to switch sides.
All right, guys, if you don't feel like you know everything there is to know about this boat, don't worry. When you come out and you do your on-water demo, we're going to be going into a lot more depth and explaining how everything works for you. I had a lot of fun today. Thanks for coming along. It was certainly windy and a little bit cool. I know Gavin definitely appreciated the heaters on board once he got out. We look forward to seeing you out here real soon. God bless you.